Welcome back, everyone. The episode 2 opens with Wim, Neil, Fern, and KB freaking out about being trapped in space. Things get even more dire when they discover that they aren't alone on this starship. That dead droid they encountered is actually alive and furiously looking for the ship's long dead captain. When he realizes the captain can't be found, SM-33 snatches the children and drags them through the ship in search of him. If Star Wars has taught us anything, the galaxy is filled with plucky brunettes who refuse to let anyone push them around. And Fern is the latest to join the ranks of Princess Leia, Padme, Rey, and Jane Erso. She boldly proclaims that SM's captain is dead and that she killed him, which means she is the new captain and the droid has to obey her. Surprisingly, her plan works, and SM-33 yields to his new authority figure. Fern instructs him to teach her how to pilot her new starship, while urging him to search off his memory banks for how to get them back to Atatin. There's only one catch with this plan. SM-33 has never heard of Atatin. While SM-33 gives Fern a rundown on how to pilot the starship, Neil and Wim go exploring. Neil finds a pair of skeletons pinned to the wall with their cutlasses, and Wim stumbles upon the captain's quarters, which really do look like they might be styled after captain's hooks. Wim and Neil don the fanciful tricorns they discover and play the late captain's compass and spyglass. It's easy to imagine the two as lost boys pilfering through the captain's belongings. Since SM-33 cannot locate Atatin in his memory banks, he decided to jump to hyperspace and set a course for Port Bago, which he describes as a place where people find a soft bed or a shallow grave. It is an apt description for the port, which looks like the Star Wars equivalent of Pirates of Caribbean's Tortuga. Any kind of trouble you could want can be found in Port Borgo, and unsurprisingly, trouble finds the kids quite quickly. The children decide to split up to explore the vibrant port, and the sudden appearance of children draws attention, particularly from a woman named Melna, who is immediately concerned about Fern and KB's well-being. She catches up with them and questions them about who brought them and where they are from. The girls are hesitant, but when they explain that they are from Atatin, Mela hasn't heard of the plant either. Wim and Neil have decided to let their stomach do all the thinking for them, and they wander up to a food stand and order the wild-looking daily special. When it comes to pay, the barkeep quite surprised to see Wim hand over an Old Republic credit to pay for their meal. He tries to wrestle more credit out of them, which draws even more attention to them, as all the nearby pirates want a piece of whatever Wim is carrying. Things take a dire turn when the Wayne swaggers over to see what all the commotion is about. He questions Wim about where they are from, and when they reveal that they are from Atatin, they don't necessarily get the same reaction everyone else has been giving them. Atatin, it seems, is a lost planet of eternal treasure, and every single one of those pirates want that payday. Wim and Neil make a break for it, and when they finally reunite with Fern and KB, Fern's gumption finally meets its match. Fern uses her blaster to fire off a warning shot, but Wayne isn't very intimidated by a gaggle of pig-sized kids. He snatches the blaster away from her like he's taking a candy from a baby. They make another valiant attempt to flee back to their vessel, where SM-33 tries to protect them from the pirates, but the pirates are a bit smarter than four kids, and a rusty droid, SM-33 is quickly deactivated and Brutus turns up to order the children to be hauled off to the brig for further questioning about Atatin. The children worrying about being stuck in space and ends with them wallowing in a sketchy cell. Rather than trying to convince a scruffy dog to snatch the key and bring back to them, Neil tries to enlist the adorable rat that he has befriended to steal the key for them. But that plan goes nowhere. Luckily, they aren't alone in their cell. Brutus and the pirates have thrown them into the same one occupied by Jude Law's mysterious character. Jude Law emerges from the shadows and vows to help the children escape from the brig if they promise to give him a ride of Port Bogo. As a Mick Gianchos beautifully arranged to take on John Williams' iconic The Force theme, Swell's Law's character uses the Force to steal the key and guarantee them a path to freedom. Skeleton Crew certainly knows how to hook audience with the perfect final scene to keep them waiting on the edge of their seat for the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.